Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting and standing at the Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live and stream and stuff.
Woo!
You saved me from having to do an impression of you by jumping in.
Were you going to do an impression?
I was going to be like, and I'm Heather. But I don't know how to do a Heather impression. I just know how to say.
The preview of the
That's
impression?
not how you sound like. I don't know how I would do a Heather impression. But
okay, I will be right back.
Okay. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to this show, which is now just the singles table for the time being, because Heather's making a coffee. So it's super nice to see everybody here. Some of you were all at the pre-show. We got Riopel Room in the room. We got Parker here. We got Constance, hopefully able to see and hear everything. Drew's here and he's ready to party. I'm here and I'm ready to party. It's reminding me of Hot Rod. We got Keith White in the house, Mr. Camera Junkie, Mr. Mac, Mr. Chip, Mr. Newman. Hello, Newman. I never asked if Mike Newman, if you have a Neumann microphone. Jared's here. Heather does have moves. Jackie's here. And that is our crew. So today we have a topic, but we're also going to be sort of continuing something that we ended up talking about in the pre-show. We were kind of talking about VidCon and creator trends and things, and it was sort of interesting, and we kind of got to an interesting place. So I think we're going to continue a little bit of that conversation. And
I apologize.
And Call Me Cubby's here.
Delay. Hi, I'm here.
You heard everything I said, so
okay, cool.
that was it.
Awesome. Did you say
Yes.
hi to everyone? All right.
Went through
Okay,
the whole thing.
cool.
We're good. We are up and running, ready to go. Hopefully
Audio sounds good.
Hopefully we have even levels. I tried to monitor them as best I could.
Great.
But
Okay.
always changes a little bit.
So let's jump into what
If you
side is the creator economy leading?
Well, because what we were talking about was Heather was saying that the thing that we were talking about going to NAB next year and making
Which
that like an
is?
unofficial. It's the National Association of Broadcasters, but it's a convention in Las Vegas. It's not a YouTube convention, but YouTube people go, especially if you're in the photo video sphere. But it's like my kind of stuff. I've always wanted to go. It didn't go this year. It just happened like last week or the week before. And we're talking about going next year and then sort of making that an unofficial time to meet up for other people who want to go. And then you said that you were a little bit interested in going to VidCon this year, but VidCon has changed from the first time you went 2017. Then you went 2018. 2019 was the last time. And you were interested in going less on like the creator side of wanting to like, how do I, level up my channel and stuff, and more on like taking a pulse of like the industry and where people think things are going over the next 5 years or so. And then we kind of were talking about that and the idea of how to kind of like keep being a creator something that's sustainable, which is what we always talk about. Like, you don't want to do it for a month or two. You want to do it for, as long as possible.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I've been seeing a lot lately is career. I think the goal for a lot of people is for it to be a career, right?
Yes, I would like that.
Yeah.
Please.
But I feel like it's not sustainable yet. It's very volatile right now. But I'm curious. I don't know. I'm just curious. So, couple things. First of all, Constance, if you can repeat what you said and just create more about like where the thing that like kicked this off, it was like, this is where we thought that it was leaning, but I was saying it was leaning the other way. If you could repeat that would be awesome. Also, so can we just mark it in the calendars and call it now? NAB?
I don't know the dates, but
NAB 2024?
Nab those NAB stitches. I don't know. We got to figure it out. I'm sure it's early enough that you could probably get some kind of, they probably have discounts for like signing. That's not, and the cool thing about Vegas, you don't have to go to NAB. Like,
right.
We could just meet up. Things, yeah. I want to go to NAB, and I think it's going to take a solid 2 to 3 days to get through the whole conference. So
how long is it?
The whole convention.
4 days?
3 or 4 days, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't look up next year's, but this year was really big. Last year was the first year back after COVID, and it was really small. That's why I wasn't that interested in going this year. And then this year was like huge. And so I feel like next year is going to be at least this big, if not more.
Look.
I think there were 100,000 people.
Mr. Camera Junkie is going to be there.
Oh, sweet. I mean,
that's
next
every
April,
reason
but...
to go. Yeah, I know. It's a year, but that's cool. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, I know the Ecamm also has the thing in October.
January. Ashton Crypto. Let me look this up. Hold on.
Is it in January? That'd be great.
NAB 2024.
That's for exhibitors. We have nothing to exhibit right now. $48 a square foot to exhibit.
So how the hell did Canon have a $5 million freaking?
Because they have like they set up like sound
Like
stages
thing.
essentially, and they have actors and like scenes and stuff built out where you can like then take a camera and like film a scene with somebody.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
2020. Oh,
Someone had like a
I want to know when the next one is.
like a virtual reality.
Oh, here. Future
thing.
show dates. April 13th through 17th. The exhibit is April 14th through 17th, 2024.
Oh, and they even have the 25th dates.
Yeah.
I mean, April.
April.
2025. April for basically the exact same dates as this year.
Yeah, 14th through 17th. Each year, thousands of content professionals from all corners of the media, entertainment, and technology ecosystem go to the NAB show. Well, there you go.
They definitely didn't used to call them content professionals. That's interesting.
I have actually never heard that word.
I haven't either, but I actually don't
like
hate it.
it. I like it, right?
Even with my typical disdain of the word content.
Content professional sounds like, well, because it's like, it makes it.
I mean, I guess you could say media professionals, but.
Yeah, but I like it because it puts that like discipline.
Well, because they say
it.
media, entertainment, and technology ecosystem. So it's not media, it's media and entertainment and technology all working together to create content.
Okay. So anyway, that's that. And then let's see. Hey Zen, Pandemonium Big Bang. Amazing to catch you two live again.
Yay.
Okay, the same business model since a long time ago. Having a community and a specialty in your own merch, product, and courses, just tweaked for the modern day. Yes, so that's where I would love for it to go.
And then we were talking about, because I was like, yeah, Marquez Brownlee has a shoe. And then that's when Jared was like, yeah, but it's nice when somebody actually, like, the stuff they release relates to what they do. It is sort of strange. Like, why do I need a shoe from a tech YouTuber? Yes. True.
I would totally get them.
I mean, they look sweet.
If they weren't red, you should get them because Firebird's red.
There we go. This will be my game shoes for next year.
Yeah. They're awesome.
But, yeah.
So, okay.
We also have a package to open at some point
yes.
today.
Okay, well, we'll do that in the middle. Oh, Mr. Cameron Joyce is going to be at the Ecamm Creator Camp.
Yeah.
Which sounds very exciting. I don't know what our deal is with that, but
We want to try
Grim
to go to
J, I
that
haven't
one.
been able to catch you live yet, but I'm glad you guys are back. Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah. So many bug bites.
Stop. I can hear him scratching. Can you hear him scratching?
Sorry, that's not the ASMR people want.
Probably because content creator gets so overused it burned itself out.
Yeah. Oh, Raphael's here. Raphael, I want to show you this.
Does
got this yesterday.
Raphael use DaVinci?
Well, yes. We were
Yeah.
talking about this in his stream the other day.
Content professional, I really like this.
I like that. Anyway.
Because it's like, you know, the 12-year-old making TikToks on their phone is also a content creator, which is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But like, I feel like we're not the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I saw that all the time with my students because so many of them, TikTok was barely starting, like when the pandemic hit, starting to become what it is now. So a lot of them were more into like Twitch and streaming and stuff at the time. But
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
their idea of like, I want to be a streamer versus like what it's like to do that for a living. We're always so far disconnected. It's like when a kid says, I want to make video games. Like, yeah, 12-year-old's like, I want to make a video game. And you're like,
Yeah, you should. But
yes, you
also
should.
like, yeah. Okay, so that brings us back to why I was thinking about going to YouTube this year, because I wanted to take a pulse on like, since YouTube is the street that Tom and I have chosen to build our business, and this is our livelihood, this is what we plan to, we have no other plans. Like, this is our plan to, you know, sustain our family for the foreseeable future. I feel like there was a shift, but I want to get a better grip in terms of like what the consequences, like where the pieces have landed, you know, because I feel like what I hope is this, right, is stuff like, you know, Constance says Heather can get away with having a baseball hat or a tee with stripes and sleeves. Like, yeah, where, you know, someone, a content creator has built a brand, created content around their values, really, like their personality. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like you come out with like a camera or something. But it's like if anyone who's been a hardcore fan of the channel and Tom decides to come out with like, I don't know, I can only think of bass pedal right now, but I don't even know if that's a thing. Is that a thing?
I mean, like for like the instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like people know that you like music.
Oh,
and,
like so an unrelated thing.
Yeah,
but if you know
totally
me,
unrelated
well, that's like
thing.
Marquez's shoe. Like,
yeah. But of course, like there's like, okay, you know, if I'm a YouTube coach, like I could have courses about YouTube and do consulting and stuff like that. I just don't feel like, I feel like during the pandemic and maybe early after, like post pandemic, there was a lot of support and talk about that. But I feel like the conversation like has moved away from that and is leaning towards a direction that I'm not into.
So what I feel like is it's a good thing, which is ultimately the idea of it's almost a cliche at this point, not putting all your eggs in one basket. So YouTube's your main platform. YouTube's not where you rely on everything. You have your other stuff, whatever it is, products, courses, digital things, real things, memberships, communities, other things that all come together to be like your business and your income. And I feel like everyone who does take it seriously learned that there was a big push towards that. But of course, you know, you were talking about tech companies coming out like, we have this and we're creator focused for that, but then they pull back because companies are terrified and sometimes unprepared and sometimes slow to react and quick to overreact. And I think that kind of stuff comes and goes, but ultimately it does come down to the person creating the stuff to set the tone of like what's happening.
Well, okay, so here are my observations. I haven't come to a conclusion yet, right? Like I did the whole like passion economy is very defined. Like I felt like there was a path there. Now I just have observations, and this is why I want to go to YouTube, because I want to come up, like I want to see what the conclusion is. So here's some observations. I feel like the idea of a career creator is a thing.
Career creator.
Career creator. And before, the focus was very it was in 2016 the word entrepreneur was super big. That kind of fizzled out. Then creator became a thing. And then during the pandemic, it was like, oh, you could fuse this together where you can create content and like have an online business or a digital business, right? And that's where the whole passion economy, like you don't need a bajillion subscribers, you only need, you know, your core community, and you just like provide value, and that could be a business model. Now I feel like not no one, okay, but the conversation's leaning away from that, and it's now focused on this new thing that's like career creator. And what I don't like about it is that it's so focused on the hamster wheel of creating content. And I just feel like it is so not sustainable. And the people carrying these torches right now are all in their 20s, which, like, if you look back at me, early vlogging days, 2016, yeah, like I was willing to do all of that. And I feel, you know, it's not even like
in your 30s still.
It's not even like an age thing, but
it's different when you're 22 and single.
Versus we have a family now, and like,
or just
less
like
risk averse, I guess.
Not just being tired, you know, like just
there's just a lot of things. It's a different like phase of life. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't even think it's that. It's just that the thing that I think is so hard about the creator, this whole the hamster wheel, right, is because one, I really don't think it's sustainable. Two, I think that it forces creators to go to a place with their creativity that focuses on like catching the most attention versus being the most fulfilling, because of it's like all of your ideas are going to start from a place of like, here's something that only I can create. But if your career depends on how many likes and views that you get, you cannot help but do the most eye-catching thing, especially on a platform, especially on something like a TikTok or Reels, where it's like the people who are watching it are not intentionally searching for you. They are bored. And so they're scrolling, and the only thing that's going to get them to stop is if they see something insane, like something extreme, and always having to create content that is like, I don't know,
it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah,
like that's hard. And so I feel like a lot of the support stuff and a lot of the like during the pandemic, it was a lot of like, here's how you can like turn this into a business. And it seemed like a very straightforward, I have a whole podcast about it, right? Like, it's a very straightforward model. But now I feel like what it is like, you develop the skills, right? Like you know how to make the slickest shorts. You can create 20 pieces of content a week, whatever. Like, you're just a content generator, right? But then it's like, okay, aside from like looking really cool on a feed and being able to create this type of content, what else is there? And that's the part where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, your career is based off of the skill versus the thing that you're known for.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's a theory. This is just what I think.
Right.
But this is why I want to go to YouTube to VidCon, because I feel like a lot of I just saw this startup called Creatorland, which is a LinkedIn for career creators, or people who want to be career creators. And a lot of the things on the page were just like, yeah, networking is really important for me to grow my brand and like, you know, get more views and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And I'm like, everyone is saying grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, but like, to what end? And like, I really don't think that you should base a career off of a never ending like growth thing. You know, like, if you go to college, there's an end goal. You graduate, you know, get an internship, you make connections, you get a job. Like, but there's no sustainability, and I just need to keep growing. And then if your career depends on just like having to create the most, either the most content, right? So you're coming out with a bajillion pieces of content a day, to the most eye-catching content, which is like not necessarily the most fulfilling content. I feel like that's just, these career creators are not going to be around in 5 years. And that scares me, because if like the people who have the money are chucking it towards that scares me, because what does that do for us, you know?
Right.
I think we're good because, you know, we've planted a tree.
Oh, I live in fear every day.
I feel like we have roots, and if like ish hits the fan, we have a marketable skill set, so it's fine. I'm not worried, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little apprehensive about this, versus like during the pandemic, I was very excited. For where things were going. Now, not so much.
Yeah, I mean,
now it's a lot of like, okay, we're going to Coachella, and we have to have a creator house, the influencer house, and everyone has to look their most fantabulous best. And I'm like, I know that's always going to be there, but I feel like that's where more lights are shining. Like, that's the way to do it. So let's continue feeding that. And I don't know. That makes me...
Yeah, I'm not interested in that or invited to that house either. So
sorry. Anyway,
I don't know.
I didn't mean to.
I think it's a super interesting discussion. There's a lot of cool thoughts happening up in the chat over here. Constance brought up, of course, the easiest, one of the most visual examples is Nikocado avocado. who started his channel as like this skinny vegan dude playing violin with a parrot to now like morbidly obese on a CPAP machine stuffing like.
Is he still going?
I think every once in a while some insane thing happens and it's just, like somebody gay. I'm not a religious person, but it's like what is it? There for the grace of God go I, like, or something like that, where it's like, it's easy to sometimes look at somebody like they're crazy, but it was a bunch of small incremental decisions, probably also with somebody who was not equipped to deal with them and had underlying issues that got exacerbated by all this attention and all these things. And that's a hard thing to navigate, but then it blows up and, makes a lot of people a lot of money and gets a lot of people a lot of fame. And then other people, that's why you have people jumping cars off of buildings.
Those two things, like the money and the fame, I know that's what everyone thinks they want, but it's not sustainable.
It's the most visible thing, though. Like, that's the...
And see, Raphael, this is another, like, observation that is feeding my, like, conclusion that I have still yet to come to. But it's the AI thing about how AI tools are used by brands instead of doing brand. Just wait till AI tools are used by brands instead of doing brand deals. Like, I feel like the excitement when it comes to AI is I can make so much more content, which yes, you can now, but also, like, is that what you wanted to do? Like, was that the thing that was holding you back from success? Is that you weren't making 50 pieces of content a week? Like, I don't know if that
so you're not saying that's not what's happening. You're saying that it reminds me of, I don't know if this still happens. I'm guessing it does, but several years ago, people buying like bot views on YouTube.
Yeah, like that's like not the answer. And I was like, that's not the answer you think it is.
What do we like? So this machine told you what type of stuff to make. You're making it, and now you're just paying other machines to watch the thing the machine told you to make. So like,
that's the thing I'm nervous about. Yeah. It's that, like, and that's why I want to go to VidCon, because I just want to prove me wrong, please. Like, I don't want it to go this way, but everything I'm seeing is kind of leaning towards this.
I think there's the mainstream flow, and then I think there's sort of the other stuff which might not be as flashy, but hopefully it still has a way to be sustainable. And that's, I think it's just important to look at that and seek that out, because everybody's going to go for the biggest, flashiest thing. All the people who are all on board with creator economy stuff 2 years ago are now on board with AI stuff now, and they're going to be on board with, they were on board with NFTs last year, and they'll be on board with something else next year. Like, they're just trend hopping.
Right. But, and I totally agree with that. And I love that we exist because
I like existing.
We could be like, here's another way that it could be done.
But I want to make sure that there is, like, that's the thing is I guess that's what you're kind of saying is, like, is this a fluke, or is there, like, proof that it could be done?
I guess my worry is that, like, the people that, the influencers that influence the influencer industry, okay? So, like, the brands, the people with the budgets, the platforms, I feel like they are directing the flow in this way, which makes me nervous, because it's like every speaker, every, convention that you have, every email that you send out, every update that you have, like, topics on is all on this.
Well, I feel like that's not,
and that's fine, but we could always be like, well, this is how we're doing it, this is how we're doing it, but also that affects the direction of, like, where everything goes. You know what I mean?
It does, and that's scary. But I feel like that's nothing new.
Sorry,
there's an upside down dog, right? What it reminds me of is, like, somebody does something big, and then it works, and so not only do other creators jump on it, but all the brands and all the companies and the platforms see it, and then they jump on it, and it does self-perpetuate.
Right, yeah.
And it just kind of and they're going to push things that way until somebody else takes these things and does something different with it, and then they go, that's the thing, and everyone just does this over here. So it's like there is this huge current, but all it takes is, like, one thing to sort of get enough attention and break off and do its own thing, and then it can divert everything there. Sometimes that's positive and sometimes that's negative. Like, I'm thinking in the world of YouTube, a couple years ago is really when, like, Mr. Beast fever like the other pandemic that swept the world came in, and it was like, this is just how you have to do everything is this way. And then and that's what everything is still kind of geared toward. But then like last year, not that I know a ton about him, but Ryan Trahan became really popular for,
I've never heard that name.
he's the guy who like traveled with the penny and did the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Who, you know, that's also an extreme thing as a young single guy doing something kind of extreme, like in concept, but his style is the exact opposite of being very mellow and very kind of down to earth and very like rough around the edges, but still super successful. And then you sort of saw a pivot of like, there's also this thing over here. Like now we like, when in reality, it's I don't know how to, it's hard to like,
well, here's an example.
Navigate your own path.
Right. So like TikTok.
Sure.
Okay. I've just never, but TikTok is the thing, and I get it that it is a thing. But now YouTube has Reels or Shorts, right?
Whatever you
and
wanna call
then
it.
now you can monetize, right? You can meet the requirements for the YouTube Partner Program by
You just need 10 million views.
by getting 10 million freaking views on your Shorts, which is totally, absolutely insane.
I've had the shorts I'm
Which
wearing
is
right now for years, and 10 million people haven't seen them.
Totally insane. But this is what I'm saying in terms of like, now that's a thing. Like that,
Yeah.
that is an established thing, which I feel like is a consequence of this thing that affects everybody now. You know, and like, I find it interesting that the 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers, right? That's how you enter like the YouTube Partner
regular
Program,
YouTube
the
Partner
regular
program, yeah.
way. The equivalent of that is 10 freaking million views.
Yeah, to tell a normal person you have
Like,
to do 10 million of something other than like divide
I
cells
will
per
tell
day.
you this right now. Like, to get 4,000 hours of watch time, if you are not getting it, like when you
hard.
get to that point, it's also like if you have 0, it seems impossible. But by the time you're generating 4,000 hours of watch time, you're probably getting a couple hours of watch time every day. Like you have a library, you know. Yes, there's the people who go viral and get it overnight, but I feel like by that time you have a portfolio. You have a couple of videos that are getting constant views. People are watching it 24/7. Like, you know, like you're probably at the point where that 4,000 hours is not even something that you think about anymore. But so like basically that's where the bar is set, you know. How many hours of watch time do you get per month?
I don't know. I could look it up.
I would love to know this, actually.
My phone's right here.
Oh,
Look
good.
at that. Look at that.
You're-
We are ready.
You see the delight of like, go
I didn't want to have
past
to go get
Tom.
up and do something. Good job, past Tom.
I'm curious what is your monthly watch time in hours? Okay, there.
Is that it?
28,000 hours? Wait, for real? That's insane.
I guess so.
Okay.
Channel got the same number as usual. That's good because
So Tom gets
You've been telling me lately.
28,000 hours of watch time a month. For the YouTube Partner Program, you have to get, that's insane, first of all.
I don't.
28,000 hours of watch time a month.
It's a lot of time spent listening to some bad jokes.
Okay. So that's a lot. But to get to the YouTube Partner Program, I think you have to get 4,000 hours of watch time, like over the
In a
span of
12-month
12-month period.
yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're getting, like, once you hit that point, I feel like 4,000 hours is kind of just
it sort of takes forever to get there, but then because the other part too though is it's always exciting, and if you hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and that 4,000 hour watch time and you apply to the partner program, which you should do, it's very exciting. It's a huge accomplishment, but your first like partner paycheck is going to be like $37. Like, even though you met the requirements, it's
if
not
that.
Yeah, it's not. It still needs to go further before it actually becomes what I was calling at that point a life-changing amount of money, which I sort of like, because that was back before every YouTube video had ads on it anyway.
Right.
And so you joined the partner program and you could decide if you wanted to put ads on your videos. And I didn't want to put any because I was like, I'm not going to degrade the viewing experience for $37 a month.
Right.
And so it kind of was like, would I do it for $10,000 a month? Yes, I would.
Yeah, no question.
Would I do it for 100? No. Would I do it for 1,000. And so I was kind of fine tuning. And for me at that time, I kind of pinned it down to around $300 to $500. I considered a life-changing amount of money a month. That's a car payment. That's a lot of bills. And I was like, that's where I would do it, because that's going to have a genuine impact on my life.
That's a life-changing impact.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though.
But it took another 18 months after. It took a year to get monetized, another 18 months to get to that point.
My point, right? My point is, if the threshold with shorts is now 10 million, like, you know what I mean? Like, if the equivalent is like, okay, once you get to 4,000 hours, it's, you know, you're kind of already generating that anyway. So are you like, is that the shorts equivalent? Are you generating 10 million views a day? Like,
to me, what it shows is,
you know, like, if you're generating 28,000 hours of watch time a month, and it's 4,000 hours of watch time in a year, then what the hell is the, like, ratio equivalent to 10 million in a 12-month period?
I mean, I think it literally shows you the value of a long-term view versus a short,
very little value,
short-form view
for one view of a short, is my point.
Yeah.
Right? And so if it's like, if the value of a short is, you know, I wish I could do the math on this, right? Like, whatever. Obviously, it's not, one view obviously doesn't, you know, very, very little value. But if that's the case, then imagine how much content, like how many shorts you have to upload to get that and keep that and sustain that. Like, that's insane.
I know,
and I feel like you're, you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing that makes me like, how do you build a career off of this? Because 3 years, like, you're gonna go through your best ideas in the first year.
Oh my gosh.
Then what the hell are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel, you know, anyway, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, I only have a handful of shorts on my channel.
Oh, we played this game.
Yeah.
With Kat. Yeah.
Yeah. And
we could do this.
My shorts in total have gotten 40,000 views in the past month, which is pretty low because then it'll go crazy viral. And I have made...
Wait, say that again.
40,000 views on shorts in the past 28 days.
Okay. 40,000 views on your shorts in the past 28 days.
How much money do you think that is? Without me showing you this
on
screen.
Your channel.
Yeah.
First of all, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Is the rate that you get paid different for shorts than it is for non-shorts?
Yes, substantially.
Okay. So basically, how much was the total that you made off of shorts?
The total dollars?
Yeah.
$1.62.
You're freaking kidding me. This is what I'm saying. Is how do you build a career off of that?
Look,
and I
you
feel
go to
like
Del Taco and you go to that Buck and Under menu.
The whole creator economy is
sales tax and a meal right there.
All focused on empowering creators to create that type of content, to create reels, to create TikToks, to create shorts. And in 40,000 views in 28 days, you made $1.62.
Sure did. Before tax.
On your channel, I feel like it would have a higher. Let me see what. Let me see what mine was.
I don't, because my RPM for shorts is 4 cents. So that's.
Let me see what. Where are the shorts?
It's where did I go? I went to just analytics. And then I went to revenue. And it has its own little box down there. Shorts performance.
I made 0.
It's just $0.
I made nothing.
But your RPM is 5 cents. 7 cents.
Wait, hold on. I'm on the wrong channel. Hold on. Wrong channel. I don't have shorts on that one.
Oh, well, that's probably what 0 then.
Yeah. Here.
Okay, you got 45 cents.
Okay, yeah. I have 8.9 thousand views on my shorts in the last 28 days, and I made 45 cents.
And your RPM is 5 cents. Mine's only 4. That's a significant percentage improvement over mine.
And like, I'm going to take a guess here that YouTube has the best payout.
I think they have to, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, if you're someone who uploads 4 shorts a day and then you get the ones that go weirdly viral, you're looking at what?
How I'm
$40.
very confused as to how you build a career. Yeah, you get views. Yes, you get followers. Yes, you get subscribers. And there's a lot of engagement.
Well, I mean,
For what?
I would value quality, like, I hate the term engagement, like someone who finds what you do, likes what you do, chooses to stick around and see more of it, like, you know, engages with you, talks, like, to me, that's really, really valuable, more so than whatever an RPM on a short or a not short is. But if you're looking at it from the financial side of things.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? I feel like you can't build a business. Like, you can't sell. Prove me wrong. Okay? I feel like it's very hard to sell things like coaching services and online courses and consulting and like one-on-one coaching or whatever through short form content. Like, I think it's hard to sell these higher ticket, the whole like passion economy thing where you only need 1,000 people to give you $100. Like, that seems very doable to me. 1,000 people to give you $100. Just focus on a thing. Get, you know, like, I mean, do what you did. Here's the, what do they call the roadcaster, right?
Yeah.
Like, be the source on, like, let me tell you how to make this thing. Or maybe that's a bad example.
No, I mean, that's
$100 is from actual people. So, like,
over the course of a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely, like, when I think of creators I like and support, whether I buy a piece of merch or do a super chat
like
or sign up for a Patreon
membership,
or something.
Boom. There.
It's not that crazy to spend $100 on a creator you like in a year.
I feel like that is very doable versus you need to get not only 10 million views on shorts, but like you have to sustain that and more.
Well, I mean,
I'm confused.
What is?
This makes me really want to go to VidCon because I just feel like this is where everyone is focused on, and it makes me really nervous because I just, you know, like what if, I don't know, but what if YouTube makes a decision that's like, okay, so we've changed the terms of our YouTube partner program. Everyone has to create shorts now. You know, and like, you know, if they did this, I don't think it would be 10 million. But like, what if everyone had to do this now? That's the stuff that I'm worried about, where it's like something changes because obviously we, you know, this is just the street that we sell on and I'm not going to complain, but I'd like to know ahead because this is where we, you know, this is our livelihood. I'm just.
Okay, my back of the napkin, which is front of a smartphone math. There's infinite variables here. If, okay, the 40,000 shorts views got $1.62. I think that means in that same amount of time, if I had gotten 10 million views, I would have earned $400.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
If you
on that
make
math,
a million, this also makes me like sad because I feel like it, you know, I feel like the magnitude of a million is like losing its definition.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean
anymore.
anything anymore. Exactly.
Well, okay, so 10 million views would potentially earn $400. My most popular video that I've ever made, which is about the Rodecaster Pro, has 514,000 views. So half of 1 million. It's 1/20th of that. And that video in its lifetime has earned...
Wait, how old is that video?
4 years.
Okay, so your most popular video is 4 years old.
Half a million
views.
$3,000. $3,300.
In its lifetime.
In its lifetime.
How long is it?
Oh, it is 15 minutes long. That's crazy though. So, but I mean, 500,000 equals 3,000. Like... 10 million equals 400. If that video had 10 million views, Oh, we just pay off the house.
Which I feel right. Like I just feel like if we want to talk about career creator, which one would you rather do?
Well, I mean, I do the one I actually do, which is
Right.
I don't make a lot of shorts.
Well, it makes sense. Just
I mean, sometimes but
just like logistically, doesn't it make sense to if you're gonna gamble anyway, right? Like if there's no like don't the odds make more sense to double down on long form and hit that versus double down on short form?
So truly though, yes, but I also think ideally it would come down to what you are actually passionate about doing and making. And I don't, for the most part, I don't like making short form content. So I don't, I really like making longer. The video I finished this morning is 29 minutes long. Like it's about a niche product. Like it's the worst. No YouTube coach in the world will tell me to make that video.
It's like the opposite. It's the worst example.
Yeah.
It's the example of all the bad things.
But I really enjoyed making it. I learned a lot making it. I'm really proud of that video. And so I think that's, that's the thing to follow. If you like making short form content and you have a type that you enjoy making, and you're not making it because you're trying to do the thing that's going to earn you the most money and whatever, but you're like, what's the thing I enjoy the most and allows me to express myself the most or share what I know the most or the easiest, whatever format that happens to take, and that's what you're following. Ideally, I would think that's what's going to help you, because even if it is shorts or short form content on whatever platform, the fact that you're so passionate about what you're doing with it hopefully would make it stand out.
That's the fuel.
In a way that would not only fuel it, but make it stand out so that people are drawn to it, which, as much as I kind of hate to say it, would make it more valuable monetarily, because, there's such a huge difference. Think of any brand, somebody genuinely talking about like the thing that they make versus them having to pay somebody
make a commercial
to talk about the thing that they make.
Yeah. All right, well, let's jump back in here. With 28K subs, 11K hours.
That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. I mean, your channel's been taking off. Like, Raphael did his 25,000 subscriber celebration, but he'd already hit 28K.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So it was like already out of date.
I think I have about 80 hours. I know I have 83, so 62 hours.
Hour per sub. That's not bad, though.
Looking for YouTube to pay creator is like Coca-Cola waiting for ABC to pay them for advertising. YouTube without them paying can still be valuable.
True.
I have almost 5,000 hours of watch time since I went full speed 6 months ago, but my subscriber count is still only 487. Trying very hard to stay patient. Oh, interesting.
I mean, in YouTube world, the watch time is the more important number.
Yeah. That's a lot of shorts. Shorts are the bottom of the pit. It's not always quality. It's geared to lock in zombies.
I mean, sometimes I forget there was something we talked about yesterday where I was like, this would be a good idea for a short. I don't remember what it was. It was like how to do something. I was like, it's a perfect, like 1, 2, 3, you're done. And I was like, I want to make a video about this, but it shouldn't be a video. It shouldn't be a 5 or 10 minute video. Like,
I want to make it clear. I have nothing against shorts. Like, I know it sounds.
You're just talking about you were talking about areas that the industry was going towards.
I feel like the industry is really
dictating.
Is pushing the creator hamster wheel. And it's like, it's not even necessarily, because, okay, like Zach King does shorts fantastically, like amazingly.
Each one costs like $50,000 to make.
But they're 8 seconds. And like they're always entertaining. He's a great example of like someone who I feel like is doing it right.
Well, even animation in general for short form stuff, because if you're a solo person who's trying to animate something, animating anything long form is going to take you years versus if you do a short form thing, you could do some sort of animation or effect based thing, reasonably frequently if it's 20 seconds long, 15 seconds long.
But see, Action Crypto, because people watching shorts don't take action. No ad actions, no revenue.
Yeah. Because they're just scrolling through to the next one.
Thing. Yeah. To get 10 million views in a 12-month period, that's 833 views a month.
Like Raphael's comment.
Shorts, reels, TikToks are like junk food. Sure, you can build a business from it, but it'll make a lot of people sick. Well, you. Right? Like, I feel like it'll make you.
You make us sick?
No, like the person. Like,
if you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
I know, but I think the tricky part about being a creator today is it like the people who are becoming a creator, who are like, I want to be a career creator, they're the first one doing it that they know, you know? So
Tech
it's
audit.
like, how would you know what the right or the wrong reasons are? It's like,
Yeah.
you don't know any other way. It's never been done.
Tech Audit TV, my math wasn't that far off, said since February 1st, they've had almost 9 million shorts views
Okay.
and have earned $480. So my math wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
I'm actually really proud of that. Although the RPM is
5
5
cents.
cents,
Yeah.
so it is higher, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, depending on the effort you put into those shorts and how much you enjoyed making them, getting $500 for making some stuff over a couple months is not terrible. But obviously, like, you're not paying your mortgage with, you know, $170 a month, probably. So,
Well, but see, the thing that I worry about when it comes to this model specifically is that it's just feeding the
Right.
algorithm. That's it. That's what it comes down to, because it's like you're just trying to generate as much views as possible, which, like, you know, whatever, if people want to be content, you know, if they want to be content creators and just generate a bunch of content, then that, you know, that's their prerogative. Why should I care? But I just want I want our way of business to continue to
it doesn't have to be the way, but just to continue being a way.
Yes, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Raphael said Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok have all said short form loses them tons of money, and they're all trying to promote long form. Well, I mean,
I don't see
server
it yet.
space ain't cheap, but
Every single like update YouTube email I get is still short.
Well,
short.
Yeah,
Short.
they are.
Like,
But YouTube's also then doubling down on podcasting, which is
which I'm glad.
Yeah,
That
no,
makes
no.
me happy. See, like, that is a
the
thing that I'm like, okay, cool.
the thing that YouTube makes me really happy about with the way they approach this stuff is they are promoting shorts heavily, but it also feels like they're really making a fully featured platform for you to do what you want to do with. If you want to do long form stuff, you want to do podcasts, if you want to do short form stuff, you want to do live streaming, if you want to do community posts, if you want to do stories, if you want to do
create
memberships,
content, you
like,
can do it here.
YouTube kind of has everything. They have it with a way more solid infrastructure than anywhere else. And even though we're laughing at like the 5-cent RPMs or whatever, their monetization, their on-platform monetization is
the best than anyone else.
Is far above like any of the others.
Yeah.
Action Crypto said it's hard to sell on shorts because the demographic is all about non-actionable people, but you have 60 seconds to hook a story and sell. And Constance said, this may not be popular in the JCM community, but y'all are missing out by having a free membership. A paid community will help. I know I'd pay. We did play around with that. I don't remember if you were around at that time, Constance.
Yeah, I feel like for what we do in the community that we're building, I agree that like monetizing a community is like makes so much sense, right? And especially in the context of the way that like Mighty explains it, especially if your people are there, they're all, you know, trying to work together. It's like paying for an online course or challenge. Like, let's all chip in to do the 10-day challenge. We can all support each other. That makes sense. But I feel like for what we were trying to build, what we found was that YouTube is like we're still here 7 years later, and we didn't want people to have to pay to continue like being a part of it, you know?
It's sort of the way Mighty works too, where we host our community is there is the option to have both. Like, it's free,
we have
and then this part of it can be paid and this part not, which is cool. But it is interesting though, the paid thing, because I don't know, this is one of my teaching stories, but one of the things I did as a teacher was my students were in competitive groups. So there's like a national organization that they had to compete in, and they would do, it's like specific to our industry. So they would do local, like regional, statewide, and national competitions in these specific career fields. And we would have to travel and do all this stuff. So it could be expensive. They have to wear uniforms. They have to, you know, there's travel involved. None of the schools I taught at, they were all Title I public schools, which means low socioeconomic status. My former school, the students had to pay, I think it was like $200 a year to be a part of the program, which was very hard for like a lot of them. They have to do fundraisers and all this kind of stuff. And when I went to the next school and started a program on my own, they were even in worse economic shape, but state funding had all these grants. And so I was able to work it out where they didn't have to pay anything and students could join entirely for free. And even if they made it to the national level where they had to travel to like Washington, D.C. to compete in something, which is all the way across the United States for us, it would be covered. Flights, hotel, registration, materials they needed. They didn't have to pay anything. They just had to show up and focus on what they were doing. And I did it like that for a couple of years until it really turned into like people weren't valuing it. The students, they're 16, 17, 9th through 12th grade. They're not super mature yet, but they really weren't valuing it. And so then when I was like, okay, I'm not going to charge the bigger fees like we did before of like $200 or $300. I'm going to charge you $20 for the year, which is nothing. It's not actually helping at all. Like the $20 does nothing. But if you want to be in this program, you have to pay $20 for the year. Immediately it weeded out all of the people who were just trying to get free trips and just trying to like, whatever, just waste time. And it really narrowed down the people who were actually serious about it. Even though like that was an almost nothing barrier to entry, like $20 for a year-long thing it's basically free. And even if you're a 16-year-old with no money, you could probably get $20 somehow within, like, they had like 6 weeks or something to pay off. So it's like, if you can't come up with $20 in 6 weeks and you're 15 years old, you're not going to do well in any of these competitions anyway. Like you're not cut out for that anyway. But it made such a huge difference because that little barrier to entry changed everything. And then the next few years were terrific.
I mean, I think that's like one of Mighty's like proven data points that they've seen over and over again, which is, thousands of communities that they've helped to build at this point. People pay attention to what they pay for.
Yeah.
So like a community of people that are paying, even if it's $1, are going to be way more invested than, the $0 people. True. But also for what we're doing, we just, felt like it was better for us this way.
Yeah, well, I do also have like YouTube channel memberships and Patreon. Like there are things that people pay for, and sometimes people are in all of those. And I was like, I don't want you to pay for like this, and then also pay. Yeah. Like
we have like members that are doing multiple things.
Please
so
don't pay me multiple times for the same kind of thing.
So Mike Newman, I totally agree with you on this. It feels like YouTube is trying to set themselves up to scoop up TikTok users if the app gets banned due to the privacy issues talked about by both sides of the aisle in Congress. Exactly. So, that is what I am hoping for. That is what I'm hoping all of this like shorts craziness is, this is like a big motivation for them, because I feel like TikTok's going to get banned. That's what I think. And when it does, YouTube will scoop up what it can, and then this will just die. Like it'll just pass, and it's like you move here, you might like it, you might not, cool, but like now let's keep going and focus on other stuff. So I understand their big push at the moment. If that's not what it is, though, that would make me sad. I found Dr. Kenberry on YouTube, joined $20 a month, 5K, $100,000 a month. Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Thank you for thinking of all this through out loud. We have to rename this stream.
I know this stream is not about the topic, but it was actually very interesting.
We were supposed to talk about, I don't even remember what we were going to talk about.
Getting out of a creative rut.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't mentioned the word rut once.
Well, I'll table that for next week.
Couples table it.
I just came in a few minutes ago, but what you're talking about solidifies my sense that trying to make money via AdSense is pretty much a pyramid scheme.
I mean, I think AdSense, it's just really volatile and unpredictable, but it's fine. It's just, the age-old YouTube advice of not making it your bread and butter is good advice.
Yeah.
But it's a cool thing. Like, it's really cool that you can do that. And I'm sure everybody here, no matter if it is the $1.62 or $100,000 a month or whatever, the first time you make some money off the stuff that you made, it is kind of neat. Like wow.
I've talked to a lot of creators and aspiring creators, and I believe that people would have an easier time. Maybe easier is not the word. Would see success faster if they monetized in other ways outside of AdSense. That's what I think.
Right.
Especially for the people that I meet, because a lot of the people that I meet are, a lot of us tend to be like mid-career. Like we have a skill set. We can probably, like you are already doing audio and video. You were already a teacher. You can translate these skills into creating content versus focusing on just being the content generator. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does.
But yes, that does make sense. Shorts are the rabbit hole on Alice in Wonderland. Lead you to crazy place, but enjoy the ride. Didn't mean to bombard the chat.
No,
just kind of
the passion is great.
I mean, like, see, this is what we want, Constant. So thank you. It's just like we want it to be a dialogue, and it's always interesting to have these discussions because Tom and I talk about this stuff all the time, but you guys are also a data point for us. Like
that's all that you are to
I
us.
want to know what's going on in your world or what you think or what you're seeing on your channels or what you're watching and all of that. So it's all good times. I think creators who use affiliate links as a revenue source would benefit big from shorts. You get way more eyeballs on YouTube, allows you to have links in your pinned content.
So you would know better because I think you have some of the most shorts views here.
Yeah.
I know my experience with shorts is I cannot get anyone to read anything. I can't get anyone to read anything or click on a link.
You straight up had to turn off comments.
Yeah, because people just can't freaking read because it's just scroll tap, scroll tap, scroll tap, scroll tap. And it's like, oh my God, like I'm just done with this. And then people started bombarding my other shorts to leave the annoying comments.
Well, see, here's the thing. It reminds me of, remember when Facebook groups were big?
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, I'm in this Facebook group about like being a YouTube creator.
Sure.
But then it's also tucked between a post about like politics and a post about someone having a baby and then a post about like whatever local news and then like back to YouTube creator. And then also when you're in a Facebook group, it shows you recommendations of similar groups that are also catered to other YouTube creators, which is bizarre as the person who's running the community, because literally Facebook is like,
yeah, it's like you're already at this restaurant, but did you know about there's other restaurants? You haven't eaten yet, right?
Right. That's what Schwartz reminds me of. Is like, why would I willingly opt in to put my content where I'm just constantly competing with noise? Like,
well, this is my biggest complaint with most of these platforms, and YouTube included, and maybe why I dislike the word content so much, because what they're doing in all those examples, they want you on their platform. They do not care. Facebook doesn't care what group you're in, whose profile you're on. They just want you on Facebook. It doesn't
matter what the 10 million views, Like,
YouTube doesn't care.
It can come from a bunny. Like, it doesn't matter.
That would be great. YouTube doesn't care what you're watching. Short, long form, whose channel, does not matter to them. They just want you watching YouTube. And that's where then you can feel like, yes, the stuff you make doesn't actually matter. You are completely fungible because you can just be swapped out with anything. And that, if you are somebody who cares about what you make, that's where you can start to feel
but funky. I feel like that's every human being.
That's
like,
every
human being is going to hit that point, which is like, it's really hard if you're trying to do this as a career.
It is, though, why, and I don't have solutions here, but it is why I do wish that YouTube would try to pioneer some sort of way of, it's not like a different treatment, but kind of, for channels who have been around a while. Like the channel that's been, I am describing my own channel, but I'm describing like most of the channels of people in the chat here. The channel that's been around for a while, regularly makes high quality stuff that's not, inciting violence or causing any problems. Like you make good stuff in whatever niche you're in. You do a good, you're reliable, right? You're I don't want to say the employee, but you're like an employee who shows up to work, does your job, don't cause drama.
And you just do the thing.
I do feel like that's worth something, should be worth something to the platform. But right now it's like you could do that. You could build a channel for 6 or 7 years and do that. Or you could show up right now with some crazy viral thing. And they just, as long as people are watching it, it's whatever.
The same.
And that to me is sort of, it's long-term foolish on the platform's part, I think, because in terms of sustainability, you want to have, you want to foster people using your platform as their platform. And I feel
like if people saw saw what you do and even what I do,
What
right?
many people do. Like,
Yeah, but I don't think anyone, like, I know that's what many people do, but I don't think that people, when they think content creator, they
right.
don't think of what
Right,
what you do,
right.
right? Or even what I do. And like, I feel I wish it were like if I were to start over and in today's world and see like this is what I think a content creator is based on all the content that I'm seeing, and then there's Tom who's doing it totally different, and it may look the same from the viewer's end, maybe, but like I want to. Well, you've done a really good job of making it sustainable and not stressful. There are stressful aspects, but like, you know, I don't think that you are burnt out as much as
No, yeah.
someone who's just being a content generator.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is just me saying how I feel. I don't think that
I know
YouTube
this is
gonna
all.
do. And if I were to be in an influential position in YouTube, it's what I would do is if you're in the YouTube partner program, make it a partnership. Like, it has the word partner in it, but if anyone in that program, you don't feel like you're a partner in, like, no, you are not a partner.
Well, you're a partner to them. You're helping
You're a
generate hella
part
money for
them, but you're not a partner.
Constance, super chat. Thank
Hey.
you. Thank you for doing what you do. Your content matters and helps peeps. P.S. I consider shorts sometimes to be like long kids.
We just need $90 more from Constance this year. I got it. I'm kidding. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. Tom, you'll get more shorts views if you bedazzle your mic filter too.
Truth.
Are live streams considered podcasts?
That's great. I mean, in the
Well, like, yeah, according to who?
Yeah, if you were talking to a podcast purist, potentially, but
Well, like to the platform, or like what do we
yeah,
think?
the platform YouTube considers some weird stuff to be podcasts, but yeah.
I've been live streaming since February this year, weekly on Monday evenings, and I've been getting great engagement. That's
awesome.
great.
That's great.
Man, I remember when you first started. That's crazy. And then we'll remember TikTok like we do fine. Many of us never thought vertical video was going to take off. I remember that.
Yeah.
I feel like we were there.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, especially in the photo video niche where people are like, I'm not turning my camera sideways. No.
You've hit the theme perfectly. Shorts can create a creative rut, trying to create content that is outside of your passions.
Thank you, Mike. You leveled up this whole discussion here.
I don't want it to come off like shorts are bad, you know, especially if you're someone who only creates shorts and you're here. Like, I don't want you to feel like, oh God, I should stop making shorts. Like, no, that's not it. And like I said, I follow a lot of people on Instagram that make fantastic reels. Japan Walker. There's people who like really, you know, like I follow an artist and every single reel that I see them do captures my attention, because it's not so much about like they get real into the ASMR part of it, or they like, you know, you see the paint go onto the canvas and it's all zoomed in and everything. It's like super satisfying to go like draw and fill in all the lines and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that part of the creative process, you know, like there is a way to be creative with shorts for sure. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who are passionate about creating that type of content.
That's what I was saying.
I'm concerned about the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
My wife just looked at my screen and said, "Whoa, is that Heather and Tom?" Aw,
it is.
Hi. I made most of my money from my prints. That's about it. In the process of creating a Patreon to help out with the upcoming project, family photos.
Drew has a very cool project coming up.
Oh, we totally didn't open
too.
your package. Hot to believe, shorts are a pain, but they do get eyeballs to your channel. My number's getting bigger every day. Don't put a ton of effort into my short form, but it grows my platform and my income.
Yeah, I think yours are, I mean...
You're a good example. Well. Yeah, Jackie. I feel like you're doing it. I feel like that's how it should be done, right? What I see, though, are people who only do TikToks and Reels and Shorts. Like, that's what I don't talking about.
To me, that's not even... To me, it's only doing it, and you don't even want to. You just feel like this is what you have to do.
Right. That too.
I don't care if someone only does that. If that's what they want to do, they want to do.
But see, like, another good thing that you did, Jackie, is that, like, you already built I mean, heck, we found you, 6 videos in, and every single video, like, we were binging the whole thing because it it's like every video feeds into the other one. Every single video is helpful, informational, valuable.
Yeah, you understand the person who's watching these videos and the questions they're gonna have and the
Right. And so like if you come in through a short, it's a gold mine. When you get to your channel, long form or short form doesn't matter, because it's like anyone who's interested in that topic, or like, interested in shopping for a hot tub or has a hot tub or whatever, like you are now a resource, right? And that makes sense to me. But what I'm seeing a lot of is, okay, so like on that Creatorland thing that I saw, no one stuck out to me as like, I'm the hot tub lady. Like, this is my thing. This is my brand. This is what I help people do. I'm a business coach. I'm a, whatever. I help people with camera and video or whatever. It was like influencer.
Right.
Like lots of pretty pictures, cool dancing, but like, what is your thing? Right? And that's the thing that makes me like, okay, so it's not even like what you're passionate about. It's just like, can you come up with the coolest looking thing? I don't know if that makes sense. I think shorts depend on the community you're talking to. I do not put too much into my shorts, and I have Canva templates set up to quickly deploy my shorts so that my branding comes through. I love that.
I always deploy my shorts at the end of the day.
Wow, you're proud of that one. He's proud of that one. Look at that.
Sorry.
YouTube creator apprenticeship would be cool. Don't know if it's a thing at any point. Would be awesome. Tom, your shorts are great, but you never link to the products. You'd be surprised how many people click the links in the comments, even just to look.
I mean,
and we all love that delicious 24-hour Amazon cookie.
Yeah, that's true. There's nothing. Most of my shorts aren't really about products, so there's not much to link to, like Reporter Store, which I did link to.
Oh, you should do a short on that little thing, the HDMI thing.
That's what it was.
Did you make one?
No, that's what we were talking about, where I said it should be a short, and that would be a product to link to.
Yeah.
Which it's a thing. This is great that I found. I found it in somebody's studio tour video, which was a 59-minute video that I was watching. It's something that looks like this, but it's not this. It's an HDMI connector, and it's just that, and it goes into your, like, the side of your laptop. And it doesn't do anything. It doesn't connect your computer to anything.
Yeah, there's no like plug on the other side.
But because your computer thinks it's connected to an HDMI output, it shifts your display to 16:9. So then you can do a screen recording, and your screen recording is then perfectly 16:9
size.
So if your like laptop screen is not a 16:9 screen, like most MacBooks aren't, or I don't think any of them are, you can do that, screen record, and then drop it in, and everything is just perfectly.
Yeah, you don't have to crop all weird or zoom in
or stretch or do anything like that. Yeah. It's $8 for 2 of them. It was the best. So I was like, you told me you should make a video about that, and I was like, yeah, I should. I was like, honestly though, this is a short. This is 40 seconds, and the problem is solved. And here's the link
there's no need to.
Yeah. Now getting that to the right people, I don't know how. That's the other thing with shorts. I don't know. Let's see. Well,
we should open the box.
Yeah, let's open the box.
We need to retitle this.
Well, it's on your channel, so I'll let you do that. So we have a box from Drew, who's here.
Yeah. By the way, we do have a P.O. box.
It's
so
true.
If you want to do mail time.
Like, we can't see. This isn't a secret here. Well, let's cover this up more. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
44100 Jefferson Street, Unit D403-328, Indio, California 92201.
That is our P.O. box.
And Drew wrote, this side up, please open carefully, try to cut shallow. Just take the butcher knife and slice in here. We don't know what this is, but Drew said we could open it on camera.
I feel like we can.
This is my Swiss Army knife that I got in Switzerland, by the way. Oh, do we not even need to cut it?
Yeah, I feel like... There you go.
Oh, perfect. It's a puppy.
It's a puppy.
We got this on like Monday.
Ooh.
We got some foam. Oh, we got a note.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Wow. Oh, there's like a whole situation in here.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
hold on.
So there's a note in here.
There's a letter.
This stuff together. Let me see.
Wait. I want to make sure that's not your address.
No, I taped over it. Don't worry.
There's
Don't
a
worry, Drew.
thing on the side.
I'm gonna read the letter. It says, "Hey Tom and Heather, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to send this package to you to say thank you because of your help along this crazy 2-year journey." I can't believe it's already been 2 years.
You didn't.
I didn't see what it is.
Oh my God, you're going to lose your mind
I've been
when
able to
you
find
see
something that has stretched much further than a hobby. My photography seems to be moving at light speed and very well may become my full-time profession. Not putting the cart before the horse yet, though. Still have a lot to accomplish. Very much in line with what we're talking about today. Inside this package, you'll find a couple of different items, one of which is the local magazine I was featured in. There are a few smaller items related to your hobbies as well, even though you may not be able to physically use them all. I hope you enjoy them nonetheless and think of me saying thank you for all the help each time you see them. You're both amazing. I couldn't think of a better random friends to meet on the internet.
Aww.
Drew, Grimlock Media. P.S. Go Kraken, go Firebird. What do we got? What? We got a Fuego? I don't even know.
You know, if you check my Instagram story right now, we have a picture with like.
This is
Fuego.
my hero.
It's his hero. He loves Fuego.
I love
this
Fuego
is
so much.
the mascot of
I don't know
our.
if you can see. There we go. We got to. This was yesterday. We got to hang out with Fuego.
It's the mascot of the AHL team,
Which is this shirt that I'm wearing right now.
They're in the playoffs. They have game 2.
Oh my God, we see these all the time. We're like, we need to get a Fuego.
I know. I keep telling you, we need to get a Fuego. There's the plushy Fuego.
When these came out, people at the arena were buying like.
Yeah, many at a time.
Bags
like
full of Fuegos. So this is Fuego. Yes.
Oh, this
Thank
is a
you.
piece of tape. Okay.
Okay, I
here
didn't
we
know if
go.
it was all part of.
Oh, this is so sweet.
Here's the magazine.
Oh.
This is cool. True Northwest and Drew bookmarked it. Oh, like.
Oh wow! Oh my God, you got a whole
This is like
profile.
featured.
Look at this.
Like a spread.
Oh
Look at
my
that.
God, this is awesome.
That is so cool. It's not just like I had a photo in a magazine.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
This is very cool.
Wow. Oh.
Congratulations. I hope you have multiple
That's so
copies
cool.
of these. I did a very proud point in my life back in college. I took some photos for a company called Couch Guitar Straps, which also makes camera straps. I just took some product photos for them, and they ended up using the one of the product photos in an article in Alternative Press, and they were like, "Hey Tom, just so you go get this month's AP magazine," which I don't think they make anymore. The photos in there, and I like drove to the mall as fast as I could to get the magazine, and the cover had Tom DeLonge on it, so I was like, I have to buy a Tom DeLonge magazine, and my photo is in there. But this is infinitely better.
Oh, I love this. He encourages others to go out and find what it is you're most passionate about and let it completely envelop your life. Learn as much as you can about it as quickly as you can. Stay learning and don't let outside influence sway you away from believing in your abilities. Oh my God, this is like so freaking cool.
I know.
I love this. Aw, I'm so proud.
How crazy! Did you think anything like this 2 years ago would happen?
That's crazy.
How amazing! I want to make sure we.
And it all started from this.
Yeah, in the brew log.
The brew log.
I'll keep that there just to be safe.
Oh hell yes, you didn't. Look how dope
Look
that
at this,
looks
though. We didn't
on
talk about
the
this.
stream. Are you kidding me? Oh my
We
God, this is totally going on the box.
This is an amazing.
Oh, it's a chocobo?
And
Do you know what a chocobo is?
It's
Oh my gosh,
from-
I'm losing my
it's from
mind.
your Final. It's your guy in Final Fantasy.
Yes. Oh my God, how cool.
Oh,
Drew,
Drew
you're
said-
like
what?
so
This is
freaking
crazy.
sweet.
I know. We were talking. I made my base video, and we were talking about picks, and he was like, "These are the picks I use, the big stubbies."
Oh my God, I can't with this right now.
I want to try these picks.
Also, okay, so if you don't know what this is, I need to explain. This is like the classic RPG menu in like many RPGs that I played. Like all the, not
I thought
all
it was
of
just
them,
like eat,
Final.
drink, rave, repeat, or whatever.
No, like like Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger.
I didn't know it was those
I don't know
options.
if a lot of
Did you
people know
see
what this is. I
these?
did. You're so excited. He's so excited. The Kraken are also in the playoffs.
Yes, and one of our Firebirds played his first NHL game with the Kraken last night and scored a playoff goal.
Okay, here, I'm gonna put this on right now.
Oh, see, I was gonna buy a hat last night too, and I was like, can't really like any of
Drew,
these hats.
this is like so sweet.
I'm gonna be
Like, I
wearing
can't
this hat
even
later
tell you right now.
today. This is amazing. Oh, look at the colors. It's just it's the same. They match the. Yes, it's just good. It's
Oh my
all good.
God, you. I can't
Thank you
believe
times a million. This
I
is
know,
amazing.
This is so cool. Okay, ready? I got the hat head right now.
Ooh, wait. Oh, forwards. And we got the
Oh.
backwards, and then we got the mid 2000s Tom DeLonge.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
Oh my God! Thank you. Oh,
The Kraken. This is so cool.
one size fits most.
Yay. Okay, so here's my I think I'll save it when I finally do a video on my gaming channel, but this is Bento the Benevolent. This is my one of the props I came up with on my gaming channel because I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, I need a box to randomly like draw things because I couldn't come up with the order of like how to talk about things, right? So I put note cards in here, but I was like, oh, you can send your sticker and then you'll see it in the videos. And I'm totally gonna put this sticker. I think I might have to go on the bottom though, or actually no, I think I can put it.
You put it inside the lid.
Inside the lid. Yes.
So it's there right when you open it.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna do that right now.
We're just playing. It's like Christmas.
I know, this is so cool.
Thank you, Drew.
Drew, you're the best. Okay, here we go.
I want to try these. So, the picks that Drew sent, I don't know what the audio only version of this. I've been using these picks for my base, which are stiffer, but they bend a lot. They still bend a bit. And Drew sent these ones. Look, they're kind of purple too.
Ooh.
They don't bend at all. And I like, sorry, I don't know if Action Crypto's still here, but I like to play my base with a pick. Ooh.
Are you ready for this? Yes! Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yay!
That's perfect.
Oh, I love it. How crazy. Oh my goodness. All right. Mail time is fun.
I know, this is the best. We got Fuego,
I know.
we got hits, we got
Oh my goodness. Yeah. The magazine thing is so cool. What a trip.
It is way cool.
Yeah.
And it's that's just awesome. Thank you a million times over, Drew.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Trying to put the thing where you could see it. There we go. Oh, this is like the best care package. Okay. Wow.
Oh,
Well,
wow. That was
thank you
cool.
very much.
That was really
That was
cool.
really fun. Oof.
Turn the page is where all my photos are. Was there a second page?
Where'd the mag?
Oh, wait. You got it?
Yeah, I put it over there so it didn't get. We're gonna go through and read. Oh, look at this. There's a whole spread.
What? Oh my gosh.
You really do have some amazing photos.
How crazy.
You should see if you go take photos at a Kraken game, and then send me them.
Oh my gosh.
These are really good photos. It makes me want to go take pictures. Look at this. Have people said anything to you about this? Like, have I don't know, have people seen this and reached out to you?
This is so crazy. This is so cool.
You had a double page spread.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, your photos are incredible. And we're so proud of you.
Tatiana just showed up. You might have showed up at a confusing time.
Just tuning in. Topic is quite timely. Feeling a bit rutty.
We're sort of at the tail end of our discussion, opening a care package. But
yes.
If you want to go back and listen to our discussion, which was
actually not about creative
maybe
rut.
a little bit, but we ended up talking more about creator industry trends, which was like a really fun discussion that hopefully might help.
Well, next week we'll talk about ready.
We can dive more into the ruts.
Yeah.
We didn't want to get in a rut with our discussion.
Oh, this is so cool.
I know.
I try to do color theme. You guys love match all hobbies too. You're so sweet.
It's so cool.
So cool. Aw. Never imagined any of this would happen. We'll see. I mean,
I'm so glad you took the leap and put yourself out there to make it happen.
I think that's my favorite part about all of this. Like all like the creator, the fact that we can do this and everything that it can lead to is my favorite part about it. That's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why I want to continue doing it, because this has never existed before. And I think it's such a cool thing that these tools can help us realize something that we didn't know that we were capable of, right? Like an adult discovering their creativity or creative side, or, you know, it's like trying something new and realizing like, whoa, I'm not only am I like actually pretty good at this, but I'm having a lot of fun. And I didn't realize that this was something I could do. I love that. I think that's such a special thing. And I feel like it's rare. I honestly do feel like it's rare.
Well, Drew said because of that magazine, got asked to do a featured artist spot at a local restaurant, and other spots have reached out to.
Oh my goodness.
And the magazine even wants more work.
How exciting.
That's awesome.
My God, I'm so excited for you.
I know.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, you're like a perfect example of if you take a chance, share your content, share what you're passionate about, look what it can turn into, right?
You can get your own Fuego plushie.
This is so cute.
I know. I love. This is exactly what it looks like.
I know.
I love Fuego.
Anyway, thanks, Drew. That was super sweet.
Yes, it was.
And thanks to all of you who tuned in for our very insightful discussion. But I don't know. So anyway, this all came up because Constance was like...
Yeah, it's your fault, Constance.
I forgot why, but then it made me think about why I was thinking about going to VidCon. And now I think that...
I would love to go to VidCon. And NAB, this little like page you got up there for NAB makes me definitely want to nab those NAB tickets.
I feel like NAB would be a good one to go because it's not platform specific. So
it's not even...
like,
I mean, it's not even... YouTube is like...
Yeah,
YouTube's
no, but
not even a part of it. It's just
I know, but that's why I'm thinking it's good because it's the tools that we use versus the, you know.
Yeah.
Like I think the microphone companies and the camera companies, like they want us to be creative with the stuff.
Well, it is interesting because you can go to a Canon or a Sony or a Rode booth there, and they'll just talk about what they have and what they're doing and why they're doing it, and you can see, based on what they're doing, what their priorities are, which is going to, you know, what a technology or a gear company decides to focus on over the period of the coming years does kind of dictate what people do in the coming years.
Yeah, versus like if you go to something like a VidCon, like every platform's going to tell you what they want you to do, obviously. So anyway, NAB was excellent this year. There you go. You guys are great.
Only heard good things about it.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much. This was like so nice. What a treat.
That's great. The best. All right. Is it time to clear the table?
I think we have a lot.
We went long. Yeah, we actually have to clear the table, but this is awesome stuff. We're going to a playoff watch party tonight.
Yes.
You best believe. This is so. I'm sorry. Last night.
You can bring this, and Fuego can sign it.
Fuego can sign himself.
He can sign his jersey. We get the signed Fuego jersey.
I'm so glad we didn't buy our own, and now we have one that's like
we'll think of you every time.
A special one. But I was gonna buy a hat last night, and they just didn't have any I liked. I basically wanted this hat for the Firebirds because, of course, they didn't have Kraken stuff at the Firebirds thing. And I was like, the hat's not really what I liked. I guess I'll get one later. Then freaking the next day, I get a hat. How cool!
All right, so next week we'll talk about creative.
Ready, rut.
I'm telling this for myself because I'll forget. And also, if you made it to this far in the audio version of this podcast,
thank you. You're a hero. You're doing the Lord's work. Oh, can I just do a little show and tell before we go?
Yeah, do what you want to do.
If you're
babe.
at the end, if you've been here for an hour and a half, I'm just gonna take 5 more minutes of your time, because we weren't 100% sure where the conversation was gonna go. So I was like, I have things I can show and tell. They're irrelevant to everything now, but I'm still gonna talk about it. Drew's got to go to work. Have fun at work, Drew.
Bye.
The first thing I talked about this a minute ago. DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor. If you're in the YouTube space, you've probably heard a lot of people talking about DaVinci Resolve as an editing application. I'm still very much a Final Cut Pro person. Heather's a Final Cut Pro person. I have a Final Cut Pro course. I love Final Cut Pro. But I do feel like you want to talk about being a content professional. Specifically for me, I feel like with what I do, it's foolish not to be familiar with some of the other things out there. Resolve being one of them. I've used it a bit. I know Drew said you used it and you're wondering my thoughts. I have nothing bad to say about Resolve. I just don't know how to use it that well. And so my plan is to use Resolve for my second channel videos because they are simpler and there's not as much of like a time crunch with them. So I want to learn Resolve. But DaVinci has this thing called a speed editor, which is this awesome control. Look how just satisfying.
It looks really cool.
Come on. But it actually works really well. I was playing with it yesterday. I just got it yesterday. I had a B&H gift card that I was able to use towards this, so it was a little cheaper. But this normally is $400. But Resolve is free.
Yeah.
The full version is $300. It's Mac and PC compatible. But if you buy this, it comes with the full version. So even if you bought this at full price, you're basically buying this for $100 and getting Resolve, or you're paying $100 more for Resolve and getting this for free. I don't know. But I ended up getting it for $200, which I was like really excited about with Resolve. So I have Resolve to learn that. I also posted about this on Twitter. This came out this week, which is not the Rodecaster Duo. This is the Boss Gigcaster, which I was very excited about. Some of the things it could do. But as soon as I posted pictures, people were just like, wow, look at that. Like, we have Rodecaster at home.
Rodecaster knockoff.
Yeah. Which is a bummer that they did take so many design cues, because there are different things inside of it. Still learning about it. The only issues I have with this so far, if you were wondering, are that it's the same price as the Rodecaster. It's basically all the same features, but it's the same price, but it doesn't have Rode's, having spent 5 years like really doing good stuff with the interface and the firmware. Like, they don't, Rode is further down the road with that than they are. The thing though that this is amazing for, and I can use some of these picks on, is because it's from Boss and Roland, virtual amp simulation. You can plug a guitar or a bass right in here. There's full EQ, full control, and like 100 already built-in presets for like amplifiers and things with absolutely zero latency, and it sounds amazing. So that's a thing where this does beat out the Rodecaster. I don't know if Rode could undo that with like a firmware update at some point, but that's a thing that I'm looking at. And then also another little tip that I was working on right before, I talked about a channel where I learned about the little HDMI thing.
Yeah.
In that studio tour, the person on the channel also said that they got a lens filter pouch. So if you have all your filters and things, and then they put their lavalier microphones all in them. So I was organizing my lavalier microphones.
This is so Tom.
Yes. Instead of having
This is so Tom.
all the little separate pouches that they come in, just having all of them here so you can grab the different ones and the mixes and the matches and save space, and they can all easily be grabbed. This is like an $11 thing, and my new hockey helmet just arrived. So
Wow.
now it's time to clear the table.
That was awesome. You should do show and tell every week.
I have plenty of... So with that being said, thank you for being here. We hope you have a safe, happy, healthy rest of your week, and we will see you next time.
Bye.